Hello, everyone. Welcome inside the Red Earth Production Studios for another edition of YBMcast. And today we have our player spotlight with a young man from Rockhurst High School all the way over in Kansas City, Evan Demario. Thanks for joining with us today, Evan. Appreciate you coming on, buddy.
No problem. Glad for having me. Thank you.
As always, YBMcast powered by Game 7 Baseball, game7baseball.com. Make sure you get your team registered today. Get in there. Dave and Dave are waiting. Season's right around the corner. Heck, man, it's March already, right? So it's baseball season, right? There we go. And as we're talking here, Evan is starting tryouts. Right now, you're Rockhurst High School. Tell us a little bit about Rockhurst High School over there.
Yes, sir. So I always knew I wanted to go to Rockhurst High School since I was little. It's a great school, a lot of great brotherhood. It's the only all-boys school. I know St. Louis, there's a bunch of all-boys schools, but Rockhurst is the only all-boys school in Kansas City. So a lot of great athletes, a lot of great teachers, all pushing us to be men for others. That's our motto, kind of like the Smet. We're a brother school at the Smet and SLU, so kind of similar feel there. But a great school, great academics, great athletics. Everyone's pushing each other, so I love it.
Very good, very good. And what class are you guys over there? What's Rockhurst? Is it are you class 4 or 5?
We're 6A.
Ooh, so it's a big one. It's like the wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. We have a hard schedule.
You guys are getting ready to go there, but I always like to start here. Baseball's been something evidently you've worked at for a while. You're showing very well with PBR. You're committed already to the University of Missouri at Columbia. You're playing in the summertime with Wow Factor Baseball Club, and I believe you're on the national team, correct?
Yes, sir.
And PBR has you a state ranking overall at 15, number 2 in your position as a catcher, and you're 2025 grad. So we've got some of these preliminaries. Where'd you grow up? You evidently born and raised in Kansas City there?
Yes, sir. Born and raised in Lee Summit, just south of Kansas City, about 35 minutes from Rockhurst, 30 minutes from Rockhurst. Yes, sir.
And growing up playing ball, how'd all this start? And, you know, when you look at this, was it 4 or 5 years old, T-ball, machine pitch? How'd you get into it?
Yes, sir. So I was pretty late to the game. I grew up kind of on a farm, helped my dad out. I was a mama's boy. And then they bought me a glove when I was 7, and kind of never looked back. I started taking lessons when I was 7, fell in love with the game. They told me, you probably should play competitive, but we were a little slow on that part, and we decided for me to play rec, and I did my best and did pretty well, and ever since then started playing competitively and haven't looked back and love it. So
I always think that's cool, though, playing the game at 7, 8, 9, 10, having fun, enjoy the game. There's plenty of time to be into that competitive, getting yourself going, and evidently you did pretty well. So what was the name of your first team?
Yes, so my first competitive team was BTL. It's on the Kansas side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In Shawnee area. It's a club. It's really good. I started there. I played for about 3 years with them, and they helped me so much. Lessons, I was there all day. I fell in love with it. I had my parents drive me 40 minutes back and forth. I'd go there after school, come back at like 8 o'clock at night, and my mom would have to help me on my homework, and I'd be up super late. But I'm super grateful. That's where I started, for sure.
So did your dad coach you early on, or was you playing for some other guys? How'd that go?
Mm-hmm. When I played rec, he helped out. My dad played independent ball. And played D2 at Flagler University, so he's been in the game for a while as well. And when I moved over to BTL, he helped out on the coaching staff for a couple of years. And then once I get higher in the ranks and I started moving up, he stepped away, but he still helps me and pushes me.
That's a real nice opportunity there to have some of that experience, right? When you're going through
Hmm.
something, you can kind of lean on that information, can't you?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's always good to have as many people around you that push you and have knowledge in the game, especially once I got to the recruiting wise and being at the national level, what coaches look for and how I should carry myself on and off the field.
Did you play other sports, and are you still playing other sports? What does that look like for you, bud?
Hmm. So I played basketball and football and baseball, all through elementary and then into middle school. I quit basketball when I was in eighth grade. Um, I liked it though. I just played it for fun with my friends, and then I played freshman football at Rockhurst and had a blast. We went 11-0. It was so much fun. Friendships I'll have forever. And I ended up not playing this year just for injury and my love for the game of baseball. And I don't regret it at all, but I'm glad I'm playing baseball, and hopefully I'll be playing for a while.
I like that. When we're talking about influences, I always like to start because you made mention, dad's there and whatnot, but it's really mom who kind of
Hmm.
is there all the time, driving you everywhere. You mentioned with the homework. How has that been an influence on your path here, bud?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we travel the country for the past 4 or 5 summers, and to have my parents along with me after a game, bad game, they're never on me. They video for me. I mean, I'm pretty grateful to have them right next to me along the way, recruiting wise. They know what college is best for me. They help me with that homework, bring me to stuff. Finally, now I can drive, but very grateful.
I'm sure that does help, though, doesn't it?
Hmm.
When
Oh
mom
yeah,
doesn't have to
a ton.
drive you everywhere, though.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Let's get into this next subject here. We're talking. You're into high school summer baseball. You're coming. Will is on beyond that. What are some of the differences that you see between summer baseball and high school baseball?
Hmm. So I really didn't know what to expect coming into my freshman year at Rockhurst when high school ball, and I was fortunate to commit about a month, little 2 weeks before tryouts last year, and so I was just trying to make varsity was my goal. But I really, once I stepped onto the field with a bunch of seniors, we had 14 seniors. It was more than baseball. You learn a lot more how to be on and off the field, be a leader. Not everyone's playing national level baseball, and you get to really help those guys out. And it really helps you once you get to summer and you get to push yourself and you're around all the guys that are kind of a little bit more like you. It's great, great. Love it.
Do you think there's a difference in the way you approach your summer game as the way you approach your high school game?
Both games, both teams I play for, I'm trying to show out. School ball, I'm just trying to represent Rockhurst. Man for others. We got Rockhurst on our chest. And up with Wow Factor, I'm trying to impress. Of course, I'm trying to show a little swag. But both teams, I'm trying to just represent God and represent my family and my last name.
Very good. I got in trouble here recently though because I'd made mention of your drip and the guys my co-host the other day, Mitch Thomas, he's like, man, you can't use that, you're too old.
Yeah,
And I was like,
definitely part of the game nowadays.
so I was like, man, he looked good though, right? If you look good, you play good, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Development process, of course, through the club ball. What has that been like for you, and who are the guys that have helped you really develop your game?
Hmm. So I started out when I was 7 or 8 with Les Norman was my main hitting instructor and field instructor and pitching, and Frank White, and I just fell in love from there. The development is the biggest thing for me. Even now, every day I'm trying to get better, 1% better, 2% better. Every kid around you at the level I'm playing at is doing the exact same thing I am. So you have to push yourself 100% every day, you know. And so then when I got up and I started closer to high school. I started working with Mike McFarland. He was a catcher for the Royals. Great guy. Jeremy Jones for BC. There's so many guys I can't mention. I can't mention all of them. I've worked with so many great guys. I still work with so many great guys. I work with Premier Pitching in Kansas. Great program. And U.S. Nationals, McIntyre. There's so many great programs around Kansas City area and St. Louis, U.S. Nationals, that have helped me get to where I'm at today. And just started playing with Wow Factor. Wow Factor is absolutely amazing. All the kids on the team are as good as me or better, pushing me to be the best player I can. With the coaches, I mean, they have a coach for like every position. We're gonna have infield catchers. Catchers work before our games, you know. So I think I'm in a great position where I'm at.
Very good. Your summer tournaments and whatnot, how's that? How do you think that's really prepared you for the tryouts and moving into that high school setting when you're walking into, like you said, your freshman year? Your focus was to be a varsity player. Did those events help you and prepare you for that?
Oh yeah, like PBR is a great example, and PG, the showcases are a great way for me to get a showcase style work in. When I get to high school, some of the kids had never done a showcase style infield work, and I'd been there, done that. Helped brought two sack bunts, two oppo, two pull. You'd been there, done that, and I think if I didn't play summer ball at the national level like this, I wouldn't have known what to do there. So I'm very grateful for that. Yeah.
Did the first time you did an event, and I've been to a few of them now, I'm watching some of the kids, were you nervous? Did that learning process, like you said, if you haven't been through it, it is kind of nervous. You don't really know what to do, correct?
Yeah, my first events, I was super, super nervous. I went to my first ever national showcase or main event in Florida. I was super, super nervous. And now that I've got into high school and now, especially sophomore year, I've worked a lot on my mindset and composure, and I'm trying to make everything look easy and my heart rate's down and just whatever happens, happens. Have fun. It's a game. So I think that helps, and I think a lot of players haven't got there yet, and that's the main thing that's helped me, I think, distance myself from other players for sure.
Do you see yourself catching long term? Is that the position you really want to be at in that respect?
So before freshman year, I was a pitcher and a catcher a lot, and into freshman year, I pitched a lot, and then I got the offer from Mizzou, and it was mostly, I mean, I'm a two-way opportunity, but I'm here to catch, and I absolutely love catching. So catching is where I want to be. I think I project out as a catcher the best. Love being behind the plate. I'm in every single play, so I think it's a great position for me. Yes.
What's the top velocity you've seen so far, bud? Caught.
Like pitching wise.
Yes.
87, 8.
Is that and in high school when you transition and you're moving up and down a little bit? What's the toughest thing for you as a catcher staying focused when you're seeing such the diversity in levels? Because not every pitcher's 87, 88, right?
Exactly. So
go ahead.
My freshman year, I was a little nervous still, and I'd be trying to frame everything. And now coming into my sophomore year, I've learned so much from my freshman year. Composure and staying relaxed. And I think that's the best thing, especially as a catcher or a shortstop or a pitcher. You have to be relaxed and have good composure and not like stabbing at the ball, but letting it come to you. Just little things like that, and it'll do a world of difference for sure.
Absolutely. Talk a little bit about your high school coaches, from the summer. How have these guys helped you? I mean, it's been this your second year. How are those relationships, and how has that helped you develop as well?
Yes, my high school coaches are amazing. They don't just work on my skill set for baseball. They work on my leadership off the field. For example, we do service projects, Harvesters Food Drive. We did a 5K. Just little things like that you don't see at some of the programs around here. And I'm so grateful for that. The brotherhood we have on our team. We have team dinners, and our coaches are all for that. And I think a lot of programs around here don't have that, and I'm very grateful for that. And summer coaches are the same way. They're pushing me to be the best player I can be every single day, telling me where I need to be at. If I have a bad day, who cares? Go get them next time. Get them next at bat. So I think I'm in a great position, and I'm very grateful for the coaches I have.
University of Missouri. Is that the school you want to go to from the start?
Mm-hmm. So I'm from Missouri, Kansas City. I was growing up a KU fan, but I always told my parents, if Black and Gold offers me, I want to wear black and gold. My dream was always play SEC, and it's right in my backyard, hour and a half to Columbia. I went to the games when I was a kid. They compete in the SEC, which was, again, my dream. And everything's better than the SEC. It just means more. Am I right? And so when I got that offer, I knew I had to take it. So, yes.
We're going to put that on the commercial right there for him, bro.
Right? Just means more.
Yeah, baby. I love it. The recruiting process for you. I mean, it started evidently, you said you signed 2 months into your freshman year. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was February 9th or 10th.
How was this process for you? And why do you think it was, why'd you want to sign so early?
Mm-hmm. So it started pretty soon for me.
Let me correct that. Commit so early.
Okay.
We'll put it that way, right?
Yep. So the recruiting process started pretty early for me. Thanks to my coaches, really. I'm so grateful for the coaches I've had and the connections they have and pushing me. And into 7th grade, early 8th grade year, I started getting a little bit of looks, coaches talking to my coaches, just little things like that. And that just boosted my work ethic and everything to a whole nother level. I saw kids starting to commit around me, and I knew I wanted to be that next guy. And so when colleges started calling, I just started working harder and harder and harder, and I started narrowing my list, and I finally found the school that I love. And so when I got that offer, I knew I needed to take it, and I don't regret anything. I love it, my ZZOU. So, yep, I'm grateful.
Go. Enough said, mm-hmm. Right? I'm sure Mom and Dad are happy for you.
Oh yeah, yep. Mm-hmm. We love it. We go to a bunch of games, or we go to the basketball games, football games. We're getting season tickets for baseball. So,
and I think that's one of the great things is hour and a half. Mom and Dad can watch you play. I think that's one of the coolest things, because if you travel, if you're going a long way away, that's tough. It's hard to get on an airplane all the time, especially baseball, as many games as it is. That's a tough gig. Yep. So I think that's always a cool thing. So congrats on that too.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Upcoming sophomore season, what's your expectations for Rockhurst?
Yes, sir. We got a great group coming back. A lot of kids have worked their ass off this season. And I think we're going to hopefully bring a district championship back home, maybe even a state title. And I think we're going to do great.
Ooh. Now, let me ask you this. Rockhurst, okay? Where'd you guys finish last year?
Second in our district.
Who'd you lose to?
Second in our district. Ray Peck.
They had some good arms, didn't they?
They did have a lot of good arms. They got a lot of good arms this year, but so do we.
There you go. All right, I love it.
There we go.
I mean, I think that Class 6, you got to bring your lunch, don't you?
Oh, yeah. We play first week this year, we play Liberty North and Liberty and Ray Peck. So it's great. We love it. I love going to Rockhurst. I knew it coming in that we were going to play the best schools. We played Blue Valley schools, all the Kansas schools. We played some Arkansas schools, Harbor and Fayetteville. You might have heard them. Mm-hmm. Great programs. Play Creighton Prep. So we play all the best from all around the state and even out of state, the border states. So, I love it. Helps me prepare for summer.
Wow, I love that. I think that's going to be such a good season. We're going to be paying attention to that. We're trying to watch a little bit more on that western side, because there's some really good baseball across the state at the Class 6. And I think it's going to be, again, it's going to be a tough road for whoever wins that championship. It's real in Missouri.
Yeah, it is.
It's definitely real.
Very real.
Goals for yourself, for your team? What you got for this year, bud?
I mean, I'm not much of a personal stat guy. I just want to help the team win whatever I can do. That's one thing I like about high school. I got to play shortstop as a freshman. I got to play second as a freshman. I pitched a lot. So this year I'm really just trying to play wherever they need me, come up clutch, hit good, pitch good, play short wherever they need me to go, be a wall behind the plate, really.
Love to hear that stuff. Folks, Evan Demario, Rockhurst, Wow Factor, University of Missouri Columbia commit. Evan, appreciate the conversation. It was a lot of fun, buddy.
No problem. It was great. We should definitely do it again. It's good.
Absolutely. Good luck to you.
Sir.
I'm sure we'll see you around maybe in the Final Four.
Hopefully. Yes, sir. That'd be great.
All right. Folks, thanks for tuning in today. We do appreciate it. If you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the like, comment, share. Share it out with your friends. We appreciate it. And also remember, if you're needing any gear, our good buddies over at Prime Sports Midwest, right down there in Fenton, Missouri, get you all your baseball gear up for every part of your season. Everybody have a great day in the Lord. Pitchers, keep throwing strikes. And hitters, Evan, you got some advice for hitters?
Hit bombs.
There you go. Man said it. We'll see y'all next time.